here's something pretty festive. It's been pretty popular recently. They're hot cocoa bombs. So basically it's like a circular chocolate, like circle sphere, I guess. And inside is hot cocoa mix and mini marshmallows. And when you put them in hot milk, they like kind of explode with marshmallows, and they're supposed to be really good. So I found a pretty easy recipe, and here it is. The ingredients you're gonna need are about a cup, maybe 2 cups of, well, it depends how much you're making, of bittersweet or dark chocolate. Chocolate chips or a bar work. Mini marshmallows. Hot cocoa powder. And white chocolate, which is optional, but it adds a nice decoration and flavor. Additional materials you will be needing: spoons, a microwave safe bowl, and half circle molds, half sphere molds. These are silicone, but any half sphere molds will work. Now it's time to start baking. The first step is going to be putting your chocolate in a bowl. I'm using about 1 bar for about 9 hot cocoa bombs. It's not that exact. If you have extra, fine, because you can use it for decoration or smoothing things out. So I'm just breaking up my chocolate so that it goes easier in the microwave. You can put it in the microwave, or you can use a double boiler or a melting pot. Doesn't really matter as long as you melt the chocolate completely. I'm going to put this in for about 15 seconds at first, then I'm going to take it out, stir it, and put it in for about 15 more seconds. Alright, now I'm going to take it out and stir it, and then put it back in for another 15 seconds, take it out, stir it, and continue doing that until it is completely melted. Now that our chocolate is melted, we are going to take our silicone molds, and we are going to take about 1 spoonful, maybe a little less, of chocolate and put it in. And then we also need a brush like this. You can also use a regular paintbrush so long as it's clean. And you're going to brush it up on the sides. You want it to be a pretty thin layer because after it hardens you are going to do another layer, but you don't want to do 1 thick layer, you more want to do 2 thin layers, because if you do 1 thick layer while it's hardening, you could get some pooling of chocolate going down. But if you do 2 thin layers, you're less likely to have that pooling. So you're going to do it to all of your molds. You're going to brush up the chocolate just on the sides, like so. Alright, now that I have completed brushing all of these with the first coat of chocolate, I'm going to put them in the fridge for about 5 minutes, and then we're going to take them out and brush them with the second coat. Okay, so it has been about 5 minutes, and now we are going to do another coat just the same exact way. And while And then you're gonna put them in the fridge for about 10 minutes. While these were in the fridge for 5 minutes before this, I put my bowl of chocolate over a double boiler on low so that it wouldn't harden. I would probably suggest doing that. You don't have to, of course, but it does help, so I would suggest that. Alright, so I am just doing the second layer. This time you want to definitely, if you had any gaps before, you want to fill those in. I'm going to just go back around, make it a little thicker, and then, yeah, you're going to put them back in the fridge, this time for 10 minutes. Alright, so now that these have hardened, it's time to take them out. So you're going to want to get a plate. So I have one here. And then if you're using silicone molds, it's kind of easy to get them out. You want to be really gentle with them though. First you kind of separate them at the beginning, and then you just peel it away, pop it out. Might be a little bit of cracking at the bottom. See, this one has a few little holes in it, but it should still work. Hopefully not all of them have that. Ooh, this one has a little crack right there. It will be okay though, because I do still have some extra chocolate, which you are going to use to seal them and perfect them at the end, just to make sure that they're good. Oh, looks so pretty though. Alright, so you're just gonna finish undoing all of them, and then I'll tell you the next step. Alright, now we have the mini marshmallows, hot cocoa powder, and I also got some cupcake liners. Now, these are helpful because just take one, like that. You want to take one of your shells and put it in so that it doesn't tip around when you're putting in the filling. Alright, now I have some tablespoons, some measuring tablespoons and teaspoons, and I'm going to take about 1.5 teaspoons of cacao powder. And I'm going to fill it. And then I'm going to take about the same amount, in. And I'm going to take the same amount of mini marshmallows, and I'm going to fill it in. And you don't want them to be coming out the sides, but you want to make kind of a little mini mountain more with them. Just like so. And these were pretty small. I made some miniature ones, but it kind of depends how big yours are. Alright, now for our next step, we are going to need a hot pan. So I'm heating one up right now. Not too hot, but pretty hot. So I'll be right back with a heated up pan. Alright, so I have my pan here, and you can feel it's pretty hot. So I'm going to take my other shell to go on top, and I'm just going to go like this. And you can see it starts to melt on the edges. And then you're going to put it over and lightly fuse the... So, alright, that's okay. I think I filled this too much with marshmallows. Whoopsie daisies. Alright, there. Alright, redo that. and lightly fuse them together. Just like so. Alright, now we are going to keep doing this with every single one of them, and then I'll be back with the next step. Alright, now that we are done with that, we are going to take our hot cocoa bombs that have been lightly fused, and we can take a little spoon or the back of something and use it to just fix up the edges a little bit. That made a bigger hole. You can also use your finger. This chocolate is a little warm, so it's just making a bigger hole right now because there's a hole already there. But normally it doesn't do that if there's not already a hole there. Like, that worked. And then yeah, you can just put it back in your cupcake liners. And then we are going to do the fun step after this. Alright, now it's time for decoration. I have these white chocolate chips that I am going to dip in a little bit of our pre-melted chocolate. I'm just going to stick them on top as little like polka dots. You can also melt these if you want to. You can put more wet chocolate, melted chocolate, not wet chocolate, on top, and then put sprinkles on. You can do lots and lots of things. I just chose to do this one. This way it's pretty easy, but it adds just a little bit of nice decoration and a little bit of flavor too. So I'm gonna go around and do this to all of my hot chocolate bombs. And some of mine honestly turned out pretty terrible, but it's not exactly about how they look. I mean, they look really cute, but it's also about how they taste, and I'm pretty sure these are gonna taste delicious. And we're finished. So you might want to put these in the fridge before you use them, or you can just use them right away. How you use them is you put it in a mug, and then you want to pour hot milk over top of it, and it looks really cool. So I hope you try this, and thanks for watching. I hope you have a great new year. So until next time, bye.